guess from the cold because I'm from Africa, so it still takes time to get used to the cold. But that aside, everything has been awesome. People, the energy. I need to come here more often, and it's just an eye opener for me because a lot of people know my music and I don't even know. It's not a new feeling because like we felt closer. Like I said, my whole discography, my catalog is known in London, like in the United Kingdom. Like I've been to Leicester, Manchester, Birmingham, Glasgow, and every one of my songs, not only Closer. So I think Closer opened the door for the global like review of OXLADE, but the music of OXLADE and the gospel of OXLADE has been going far and wide before Closer. Nothing really changed for me. Work just became easier for me because now I don't have to worry about some certain things. Some certain things are in the hands of some people now. Some people are holding the responsibility for some duties in terms of like paperwork, in terms of like structure and everything like that. So now all I'm doing is singing and, other people are doing their jobs. So Wiz brought me out 2018 at the O2 in London. So this is not the first time he's doing this. He also has been supporting my music from the beginning. And yes, because we have history in terms of like we come from the same hood. And he set a leg for me. But in Paris, it was a different story. I knew my song is the most Shazam song in France at that point. I knew my song was the most Shazam at that point, but it's a thing for your song to have numbers, and it's another thing for your song to have massive impact. The only thing on my mind was, I'm going on stage with Wiz, like that's it, big deal, Afro beats, everybody's gonna know, oh, OXLADE is the real deal now. I didn't know the fans would go crazy. So me stepping on a car and seeing 21,000 people go screaming for one song was another eye-opener for me that, yes, I'm on the right path. Yes, all my sleepless nights was not for nothing. All my, all the grind all the hustle I've been hustling has not been in vain. That was a reaffirmation that, yes, you've done it, boy, and there's more to be done. I'm beginning to realize who I am by the break of the day and the end of the night. Every single day that goes by, I start, I discover more things about my capability and who I really am. And right now, it just led me to a phase where I felt like, it's the right time to drop the album. And I can't wait to see the reaction. I can't wait to see how people feel. The album, then next year we're touring the whole world again properly with the album. So, there's a direction, there's a purpose, there's a plan. This interview might even drop when the album is out because it's really close by. So the only thing stopping the album from, existing right now is the paperwork and the engineering of the album. At that point, it was either I started working or, doing some 9 to 5 or working in a factory, or I pursue my dreams in music. It was low-key a blessing in disguise, even if I really wished, it was like few weeks to my final papers examination, so I could have stood and finished it. So I still regret dropping out, though, due to the stress the school gave and everything. But I'm happy I had that space and that time and that freedom to find my purpose as an artist and as a human. Oh, I didn't even. So that's where the history started for me. Yeah, I've been in the choir all my life from when I was like 10 or like 8. And I kept singing in all the choir groups, children's choir, teenage choir, and then you have the youth choir, and then you have the the mass choir, like, you know, I'm explaining the hierarchy of choirs in the church. I sang in all that age group, and I didn't even know I was gonna do music professionally. I was just enjoying I'm a kid. I mean, what do I know? My family, my parents in the choir. I don't know anything. It dawned on me that all the times I spent in the choir was preparing me for who I am today. Because now the vocal skills I have, the way I sing, my techniques, the rehearsals over the years, you know, has a purpose and a reason. So, you know, that's why I'm here today. It's from God, it's from the church, it's from, you know, the years and years of rehearsal, of performances, of practicing, you know, everything just comes together and makes more sense now. I strongly believe in God. I strongly believe in the spiritual. I strongly believe that, you know, there's a force up there that's making everything make sense, because, you know, the story of my life is more than logic. You know, I came from literally nothing. I came from the street, from dust, and, you know, I'm outside performing to 21,000 people somewhere in Paris where they don't even understand my language. There has to be a force. I believe in God so strongly, and yeah, I believe in doing good too. I believe in, you know, healing the world and fixing the world, because, like, what you do to others is what others will do to you. My grandma is my biggest inspiration. My grandmother, because I lost my mom when I was 3, and, you know, my grandmother took me in with my younger brother, and, you know, I lost my mom to childbirth, to child delivery. She gave birth to my younger brother, and she died 8 hours after the delivery. So my grandmother is literally my mother, because, like, she raised me from scratch, and, you know, she fed me. She came out of motherhood retirement to take care of a grand. That's a lot, you know. That's strong. That's real passion. And, you know, if I'm anything today, I'm who I am today just because she didn't give up on her grandchildren. So she's my biggest inspiration. And then musically, I have Michael Jackson, One Day Cole, Kanye West, Drake, Kendrick Lamar. There's a lot of legends that I tap into, man. There's a lot of legends that I tap inspiration from. It's a long list. There's a lot of Nigerian: Wizkid, Davido, Burna, Kiss Daniel, Olamide, Fireboy, Joe Boy, Omale. There's a lot of artists that I learned from. I'm that artist that, you know, connects to your story and pick what I need to pick from your story to help my own story. That's the kind of artist I am. I learn a lot. I'm open to learning more, and, you know, that's why the sky is the starting point for me. The reason why Afrobeats is where it is today is because, you know, some certain artists decided to collaborate with some certain artists so that the music can grow. So with me, I'm open to work with, you know, special talents that's gonna make the Afrobeats culture grow. That's the I'm not stopping anybody from working. If you check I'm one of the most featured artists in my generation, in my country. So I am a big lover of, like, collaboration. People put me on their songs. You see me on people's choruses. You see me on people's hooks. So before I started dropping my own singles, I had something called strategic collaborations, where I work with different artists in different regions to tap into their fan base and to also build my brand. So, you know, I've always been doing this, and I'll always do it, because I feel like, you know, you can't do this alone. At the end of the day, you need people to, you know, support you. You need to support people, and, you know, that's how your brand is going to get bigger. A proper world tour with the album. OXLADE from Africa is the name of the album. Uh, it's special to me because it took 3-4 years to make this album. I've been dropping projects. Don't get me wrong. I dropped like 2 EPs, but, you know, the album you know, there's some songs there that are like 4 years old, a song that's like 2 years old. So, you know, it's a song, it's a body of work that took me a lot of time to make, and you know, I can't wait to give the world songs from all over OXLADE's career. That's it. Yeah.